You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. We're now going to be updating you on the Swale Business Awards. Firstly, thank you very much for joining us on the phone. I was hoping you could just introduce yourself to our listeners.
Yes, my name's Liz Jordan. I'm a partner at UHY Hacker Young in Sittingbourne, and I'm the chair of the Swale Business Awards.
So just in case our listeners didn't catch our last interview, could you just tell them a brief introduction to what the Swale Business Awards are?
Yes, well, the Business Awards are funded by our sponsors, and we're now in our 10th year. What we do is usually we launch in March, and we invite businesses to enter the awards. This year, for the first time, we also had a nomination procedure where people could nominate a business that they felt deserved recognition, and each of the businesses that register their interest in the awards are asked to complete an entry form. The entries close 31st of July. Then the judges sift through the entry forms, and this year they chose 17 finalists. Those 17 finalists are then visited by the judges, and as a result of those visits, the judges decide on who the awards should be presented to. Just to tell you a little bit more, then we had a gala evening last Friday, the 14th of October, and we do it Oscar style so that we keep the award winners a secret until the very last minute.
So you had the award ceremony. How'd it go?
It went very, very well. We had 220 people there, which was our largest ever attendance. And it was a mixture of the 17 finalists, and they were all able to bring up to 10 people. And a lot of the businesses did have 10 people on their table. And then the sponsors, and then some guests, like we had the Mayor of Swale. We also had Gordon Henderson's representative, Mike Cosgrove, and his wife. So we had, and we did invite last year's winner, but unfortunately he fell foul of a lurgy at the very last minute, so he wasn't able to attend.
So who were the runners-up?
Well, we had some special awards, and I'll tell you about those first. The Small Business of the Business of the Year award went to CS1 Design Limited, who particularly impressed the judges because of the number of customers that they have and the sort of type of work that they did. We had an Employer of the Year, which was Farmwood Mechanical and Electrical Services, and that was based on, I think, principally on the work they do with their apprentices. We had a Judges Special Award, which went to Plantworks Limited, who are a company up on Kent Science Park, doing very interesting things with research into plants and plant growth. And we had regional winners who effectively had a runner-up in each of the regions. And the sheppey Business of the Year was a company called Angel Locks Limited. The Faversham Business of the Year was Bombus Limited. And the Sittingbourne Business of the Year was Gallery Direct Limited. We also have an award called Customer Service and Commitment, and for that the judges couldn't decide on two potential recipients, so they awarded that jointly to No Place Like Home Limited and William Whitney Independent Funeral Directors Limited. The overall winner, the Swale Business of the Year, went to Cook Trading Limited, who have a kitchen on the Eurolink estate and produce very high quality meals that all on a frozen basis with no additives, and that they have shops throughout the whole country. They do seem to be growing very well at the moment.
So, winning the business awards, is it something that even the judges don't necessarily know till they've been and looked and seen what that company's achieved, and that's what makes that the winner?
Yes, very much so. The entry forms, I mean, we use those as the basis of selecting the finalists, but it's not until you actually go to the business premises and meet the people that you get you walk into a company that's very well run, very enthusiastic, and you can feel that atmosphere as soon as you walk into the door. And it does, you learn such a lot from actually going to the companies and meeting the people who run the businesses and their employees.
So, what is the award actually like when someone wins it?
It's a trophy, which we hope they're going to display at their business premises. But the Swale Business of the Year also receives a cheque for £1,000.
And is that trophy something they keep forever, or does that get passed on to the next year?
No, they keep that forever. All the recipients of the awards have a trophy which they can keep. And I know there are some businesses that have won more than once in the last 10 years, and they keep them on display so that everybody can see it.
And I think one of the things you were telling me last time, as well as the awards, you get together at different meetings, don't you? So businesses get to talk and learn from each other and see, what they could perhaps do to improve themselves, or how other companies have done things that's made them stand out to win as well.
Yes, I mean that's something that we are developing even further. That we feel that the people who get involved in the awards, it's right that the sponsors can give them additional support during the year, and we arrange networking events so that they can meet up with each other. This year, one of the finalists has already told me that he's been asked to go and have a chat to one of the other finalists to see if there's some mutual work that there's some work one can give to the other. And I think the fact that they've been chosen, they feel that they're a select group of people, and they're happy to do work with each other if they can.
Was there anything else you wanted to let our listeners know about?
Well, I think we've got a meeting in 2 weeks' time when we start planning for our 11th Business Awards. It's one of those things you can never stop, and we're also looking at ways of improving what we do each year. Last year, for the first time, we had a launch event in each of the 3 areas, and I think we'll be looking at doing that again and hoping. I know your listeners are principally on the Isle of Sheppey, aren't they? So we're looking at what we can do to actually improve the communication amongst the businesses on the island. So look out for us to doing something like that in the future.
So if our listeners would like to find out more about what you do, or of course maybe there's a business out there that didn't know that it existed and like to find out more, even enter themselves into next year's one, how can they do that?
I would think the best thing is to go onto our website, which is www.swalebusinessawards.co.uk, and find out more information that way. Or the other thing is they can always ring me. I'm at UHY Hacker Young in Sittingbourne, or any of the other sponsors to find out some more background information about the awards.
Well, if you're happy we've covered everything, I'd like to thank you very much for talking to us and, of course, letting us know who the winners were. And it's nice to follow up after speaking to you last time.
It's a pleasure to be able to do that. Thank you very much for asking me.